Hey guys, Bullhorn Betty here, coming to you guys related to Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. I just dropped a video and it's from a live that I did earlier today. Hey guys, Tanya, Jen, Callie girl, Irene, it's nice to see you all. Steph, April, Karen, Brian, it's nice to see you all. It is breaking because it broke last night. Lady Freedom Raw Narrative is a creator on YouTube that got her hands on something that really disturbed me very, very, very much. I just dropped a video about the enhanced images from the lights video, and it's got me very, very worried. I'm not going to reiterate everything that I just dropped on the video. I'm just going to ask that you guys go watch the video and watch it to the end, because it's at the end where you guys actually see the footage. And I've got to tell you, I want your opinion on it, because I'm telling you, it looks pretty freaking legitimate to me. And Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, he disappeared from inside a locked home on February 26 when he was 15 years old. He is now 16, and he hasn't been seen or heard from since. And I ran a live this morning on YouTube. What were they carrying? And you're probably asking me what I'm talking about. It's this image right here that was enhanced from the lights video. I don't have the equipment to enhance this video, but somebody did. And now we're starting to see some imagery going on in the Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers case, and it has been enhanced, and now we're starting to see some imaging coming from the work that's been done since the lights video came out. And so it's very, very, very disturbing stuff we're finding. This is a big shout out to Lady Freedom Raw Narrative for the work that she did. I'm, as you guys can imagine, very, very upset. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, he was a 15-year-old boy, a high-functioning autistic 15-year-old boy. He was happy. He loved life. He's been fighting his whole life. He had a chromosome deletion syndrome, and his parents were divorced. It seemed like from the outside looking in, he had a very normal life. But as we're peeling back the layer of onion, we're finding out that's not just the case. This child was, it appears to be abused that home. 5 CPS reports in a matter less than 2 years. Less than 2 years. They have been trying to find a place to put Sebastian outside of that home since they purchased that home. They reached out to the father for the first time in October of 2022. And as the father was approaching, as the father was approaching getting his son disappeared while he was at work. His son was not at his home. His son was at his mother's home, allegedly with only his mother, inside a locked home. She's military trained, and there was no signs of forced entry into that home. And we did learn of a lights video dropped by a local news guy by the name of Nick Barris with Channel 5. And that came under heavy scrutiny because at least it showed something was going on outside of this house besides a boy walking out his front door. And then we learned of the unknown vehicle in the community. And now as people are working on the images, trying to clear it up, trying to get some noise and static out of the images from the camera, we're starting to see some images coming from all of that work. And those images are highly, highly disturbing. So I'm going to ask all of you that are watching and that will be watching this video in the future, it's time to pray. It's time to pray hard. I know sometimes when we're here on social media, we are watching people through a phone or a computer or something. It's not our life. But I can assure you, this is a real boy and this is a real case. And something happened. We're coming up to a year and nobody has seen this child. And now we're starting to get some clear images coming in, and it is scaring the hell out of me. And it should scare the hell out of each and every one of you. Because that gut feeling we've had, that gnawing thing deep down inside of us might be a reality. I want to help bring Sebastian home to his father safely. And now is a time we all come together and really put forth effort to locate this boy, because the stuff I'm seeing is starting to look grim. So I hope you guys watch that video. I hope you guys support the work that we've been doing. I have a GoFundMe for legal expenses because I'm going through legal expenses with these parents. And I just want another little food for thought. Can somebody explain to me why this woman is freshly showered the day that she is out there when she's had no time, and she was completely hysterical from the time she realized her son was not at home to the time the cops got there and the cavalry came? When did she have time to get in the shower and put fresh gel in her hair? That is not wet hair. That is freshly gelled hair. I just like people to explain that to me. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers was born December 7th. He is now 16 years old. He disappeared from his home in Hendersonville, Tennessee, off of Stafford Court on February 26, 2024. He's 5'5", between 110 and 120 pounds. He had no shoes on, allegedly, when he left the home. He was wearing his glasses, and he left all personal items at home. But somehow this child that has never left his home before, never ran away before, somehow woke up in the middle of the night, thought it was a great idea to run away from home without anything, not even the new snacks he'd just gotten, the snacks that he's accustomed to waking up in the middle of the night and going and grabbing and eating. Nothing, even a jacket on a cold night, everything left at home but the child. Please check out my video. If you guys would like more information, we'll be covering this on my YouTube channel. We have been covering it on my YouTube channel. I have an in-depth playlist. I do hope you guys go there. I don't know what to say other than pray. Take care and God bless you guys. We've been covering the Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers case. I'm Bullhorn Betty, and I had some alarming information sent to me yesterday afternoon. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers is a 15-year-old autistic boy that disappeared on February 26, 2024, and he has since turned 16. He disappeared from inside his locked home, where he was allegedly only with his mother and no one else. There was no signs of forced entry, and it wasn't until March 14th that we realized there was some disturbances outside of the home where there were flashlights appearing on a neighbor's camera. Since then, I was sent a link to a video, and I ran that video on my show today, and it doesn't look good, and I do believe it's legitimate footage. This footage has been enhanced and identifies a lot more than we could have ever thought. Please take a look.
The best part about it is he has managed to do this without any evidence left behind whatsoever.
Used what Wi-Fi's were in the area. Right. Now, mind you, it was said that there were only two exterior internet sources that came in and out of the area that night. Mm-hmm. And isn't it funny how one person said one of them was his?
This image was sent to me, and I decided to do some further enhancements on it. So here's one shot where you can see Mr. Foot carrying something, but upon closer review and more enhancement of the photo, this is what I see now to be Cathy, Chris, and Sebastian. They're carrying Sebastian. It looks to me as if Chris is carrying Sebastian in either a blanket or a bag. I see a blanket just because of the way the black shape is formed, and it looks like he's carrying him like a baby, and Cathy is standing behind him or walking with him. The reason I think this is because when I was enhancing the photos, I could see the differences in the appearance of what looks to me to be a human face. And it looked to me like it was actually a human arm that was draped over the person who was carrying the black blanket, or the perceived person in the black blanket. But here's an example of what I saw. Here you can see the differences in enhancements, and as I enhanced each photo, you can tell that the person's skin stays the same color and the black blanket also stays the same color, so I know that those two images are associated with each other. So as you can see, each time I enhance the photo, you can see that the core images stayed the same. And then there's this little nugget. Let's watch.
Drove around the neighborhood, I drove over by the school, and he's already...
Now, while I can't replicate this information, and quite frankly, it's highly disturbing for me, it does appear that it's legitimate footage. It appears that it's legitimate footage from the lights video that was enhanced. And it appears that there was two people loading a large object into a vehicle. We've heard statements from the stepdad, multiple statements, that we'll never find Sebastian. Boastful statements that the best part about it is he never left evidence when referring to his stepson. Like I told my audience on YouTube, it's time for us to pray. It's time for us to pray for Sebastian. It's time for us to pray that he's found safely and is brought home to his father. God bless each and every person watching this video. It's time to pray. God bless. What we do know as fact, however, is that Seth has been searching for his son ever since his son disappeared. Seth has publicly taken a polygraph. He has publicly produced his work records. This man has done everything he could possibly do, including working with the FBI, working with me to advocate for his son, calling on the national media, getting Nick the Hat and Dog the Bounty Hunter, and we're here with what from the mom and stepfather? Nothing for almost 10 months. Shoddy searches at best, working with an unscrupulous PI, felons, and including one searcher utilizing substances, illicit substances, while searching for their son.